Auburn, Arkansas. Arkansas is a 1-point favorite in this one. Auburn opened as a favorite, now an underdog, kind of similar to last week against Mizzou. Will, the over-under is 0.5 snaps played by Ashton Daniels in this game, a.k.a. the Auburn backup quarterback, the Stanford transfer.
Hopium, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it? Do we count that? Is it Hopium, Will?
At this point, they'll take whatever they got.
Yikes. Triple yikes. We're back to that conversation after Hugh Freeze talked about getting Daniels reps with the first teamers this week. Widely understood that this will be Jackson Arnold's last chance. TBD on if it's Hugh Freeze's last chance.
This is like modern Hollywood. It's like Jackson Arnold's last chance strikes back. Like he'll get a third last chance somewhere else.
He will get, and by last chance, I mean last chance at Auburn. Jackson Arnold, I am fully of the belief he will be playing at least 5 years of college football at
You're so right.
several schools, and he will find a way to be able to become an FBS starter at least one more stop. If I'm guessing, that's the prediction for him.
He's going to pop up for Britt Key in Florida in like 3 years. We're like, oh my gosh, he's unlocked him just like Haynes King.
Whoa. Let's we don't want to upset too many people with something like that. Well, just keep that in mind. We'll settle for like Houston, a Connor Wigman situation. Okay, something like that. Who's balling, by the way. This is a huge opportunity for Jackson Arnold, obviously. And goodness gracious, if you can't have success against this Arkansas defense, which has allowed a minimum of 475 yards and 32 points the last 5 games, if you can't do it against them, it's not happening for you. It's just not. It's the ultimate low floor team. And to recap, that means Jackson Arnold is under pressure now, as in the quarterback who has been too afraid to cut it loose and too afraid to make mistakes. And meanwhile, Arkansas is on a free roll. Bobby P playing with house money. Odd that the man who is at the center of Jetgate is now coaching against Auburn. First time in a while that he's been doing that. Jetgate needs to get brought up every single time possible, but specifically in this matchup wherein Bobby Petrino is looking across at Auburn. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, go back to 2003 when Auburn thought that it could hire Bobby Petrino while it still had Tommy Tuberville employed, and thought that it could just fly to Louisville, meet with Bobby Petrino, have nobody hear about it, and then just fire Tuberville after the Iron Bowl, only to watch Tuberville win the Iron Bowl, have everyone found out that you did this, and then just look like the most inept organization possible. And Jetgate is kind of the perfect personification of like failed Auburn in the 21st century.
Hold on. The most inept organization possible so far. I think they would take that Auburn organization over today's 10 times out of 10.
Yeah. Embarrassing. Definitely embarrassing. Qualifies for that. Inept. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to consider it too inept. You're right. When 2004 happened and 2004 Auburn turned into what it was, kind of one of those blessing in disguises that Jetgate ended the way that it did for Auburn. But
all-time How Do You Like Me Now season.
Big time for Tommy Tuberville. The changes made on the offensive side of the ball was a big part of that. But yeah, while all that is happening back in 2003, Hugh Freeze coaching high school football. Love that when we can always have that type of side by side and just picture the high stakes one coach is partaking in the high school football that the other coach is partaking in. High school football is great, but that's who Hugh Freeze was for a very, very long time. If he loses this game, maybe his next job is coaching high school football. Maybe. I don't know. The question is, which one of these teams who cannot win a close game can actually maybe sort of win a close game? Well, do you know how bad these numbers are? 10 points or less?
I can't wait for this because I can kind of see it individually both these teams, but together, somebody has to win this game, Connor.
Auburn is 2-12 in games decided by 10 points or less under Hugh Freeze. In that same stretch, Arkansas is 4-13. Do some quick math. These teams are a combined 6-25 in games decided by 10 points or less since the start of 2023. It's almost impossible.
This is like the opposite of the regular team. Like your team scores, they got it close. That's when you go to the restroom. You're like, okay, it's over with, guys. Call it a day.
Let's peace. Head to the parking lot. We're down to 7. I'm getting a head start on traffic.
Nobody but me knows what's going to happen here. I'm out of here.
Yeah, seen this movie before. Don't need to see it again. That's torture for these fan bases, man. Absolute torture. Above all else, feeling like, oh, this is going to be a breakthrough win. I, you just can't sell yourself on it. So is this game going to be close? Maybe. Will both teams probably find ways to make you feel like they're going to blow it at the end? Probably. That's just the way that it's worked. I am reluctantly, very reluctantly picking Auburn just because I think this is the best defense that Arkansas has seen, and they will be able to fluster Taylor Green. Auburn's offense will actually play with some urgency in the ground game, and I feel like I saw so many of those running lanes for Marcel Reed open up. I feel like that's going to be the case again for Jackson Arnold. It maybe will feel a little bit more like the Baylor game for Auburn. So they win 35-21, not a game decided by 10 points or less. Hugh Freeze gets another game, even though he probably shouldn't.
This is really just horseshoe theory personified, right? If you heard horseshoe theory, it's like two sides of the same issue end up being on the same side when they go far enough in their direction. This is like clinching versus releasing. Okay, on
Good
one
Lord.
side you have Hugh Freeze, who is just like you have Jackson Arnold, who's just scared to throw the football, scared to do anything. We have 3 play callers. We don't know what to do. Our kicker's hurt. This guy's we don't know. Oh, how do I still have a job? I'm thankful. Oh, like the field goal misses against Mizzou, and I'm like, I have no idea when something goes well for me what to do. On the other side, we got Bobby P. He's dressed like it's 2008. He's got sunglasses on. He's got Taylor Green. Got no defense, turning the ball over in ways that God never intended. Turning the ball, like, we might get a visor turnover in this game from Arkansas. And, of course, 2 coaches who have ridiculous scandals in their past. Bobby Petrino just took it on the face and went, hey, you know what? This is me. You hired Bobby Petrino. I'll do it again. Hugh Freeze, who has kind of lived in shame since then, say what you will, but he's kind of tried to, like, keep it behind the fence. Bobby P is like, I'm here. I'm making a run for this interim job. Whatever it is, boy, put your chips down. And so I'm actually really excited for this game. I think that fortune favors the bold overall, so I got to like Arkansas here. But it's just so clear to see how this game could go, right? If it works for Arkansas, or if it works for Auburn, it's an Arkansas turnover. If it doesn't, it's not. It feels almost simple in that way, whereas if Arkansas could run their offense like they did last week, which no small feat considering what they did last week against A&M, right? But if they could continue to play somehow mistake-free football or close enough to it, they would overwhelm this version of Auburn. It wouldn't be a close game, but their turnovers and their dumb plays and their horrible, poorly coached defense are how they might have a shot. I mean, you might just see somebody go completely uncovered and Jackson Arnold go, and throw a 10-yard pass that turns into an 80-yard touchdown. I can't wait for this game, but I'm taking Arkansas because it's going to be more fun that way.
Well, if you had to describe SEC football in the 21st century to someone who had never experienced it before, but you could only describe it through the lens of an SEC coach, would the 2 coaches that you would pick be Bobby Petrino and Hugh Freeze?
This is the spectrum right here, folks. This is everybody. You have wins against Alabama. You have scandals. You have highs. You have lows. You have trust. You have betrayal. This is the saga of the SEC.
They've experienced all of it. They've lived a full life in the SEC. You can't say like Nick Saban or something like that. It's like, oh, this guy that just came in and dominated. No. The full spectrum of SEC football. Bobby Petrino, Hugh Freeze, battling. Gosh, it's going to be a good one. This is going to be the one that I know with this game being early, when I get in the car and I'm just sitting there on YouTube TV and I'm watching, I'm like, oh God, this could go in a million different ways. And I'm not going to be surprised.
Bobby Petrino just attempted a field goal out here for Arkansas. What's going on? He nails it. It's a 40-yarder.
Oh God. Hugh Freeze is just livid over there on the sideline. He's not eligible. Officials, how can you not see that? What are we doing?
He's got a cocktail napkin with number 1 on it pinned to his shirt. I'm so ready for this game. I mean, this is the most exciting SEC game of the year for me personally. This is the sickos matchup of the year.
Dude, if Diego Pavia can get a million years of eligibility, we can let Bobby Petrino kick a field goal in a game of unranked teams.
Come on now. The NCAA is a joke at this point. Let the boys play.
Oh, gosh.